Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're really digging into Gujarat. We've got this information you shared, and our mission is to pull out the essential insights. Because Gujarat, well, it's this fascinating mix, isn't it? You've got ancient roots right alongside super modern developments. Let's try and unpack that.
Yeah, it's a great state to focus on. Its geography alone is pretty significant, borders with Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and then that whole western side opens onto the Arabian Sea. Huge for trade, obviously.
Right.
Ghaznagar's the capital, but Ahmedabad is the biggest city. And it officially formed as a state back on May 1st, 1960.
Okay, so the geography, the source mentions the Rann of Kutch, world's largest salt desert. That sounds, well, pretty unique. What makes it so special beyond just being big?
Well, it's not just its size, though that's impressive. It's how it changes. Most of the year, it's this vast, white, almost surreal landscape. But then it completely transforms for the Rann festival each year. It's a huge event, known globally. So it's not just a festival happening near the desert. It actually uses that extreme environment, turns this, seemingly empty place into a massive celebration of culture and art. It kind of shows Gujarat's knack for making something amazing out of the unexpected.
That's interesting.
And just to highlight the state's diversity, you've also got Saputara, which is a hill station, a total contrast to the salt flats.
Right, quite the range.
Yeah.
So from landscape to history, this is where it gets really deep, I think. The source mentions ancient Harappan sites, like Mohenjo-daro and Lothal, right there in Gujarat.
Exactly. And that's huge. It tells you Gujarat was a major center for one of the world's earliest big urban civilizations. Lothal, for instance, that was a key port city. We're talking over 4,000 years ago. So this connection to trade, it goes way, way back.
Wow, 4,000 years.
Yeah. And that historical thread, you can follow it right through. You've got hugely important religious sites too. Dwarka, Lord Krishna's ancient city, and Somnath Mandir. That's one of the 12 main Jyotirlingas for Lord Shiva. Pilgrims come from everywhere.
So history is alive there.
Very much so. And culturally, think Navratri. The source calls it the world's largest dance festival. Garba and Dandiya, so much energy.
Incredible. Tying ancient ports to modern pilgrimage and festivals. Okay, let's shift gears slightly to the modern economy. It's known as an industrial powerhouse, right? What are the main engines driving that?
It's really quite a mix. Massive petroleum refining capacity is one part. Then there's the diamond industry in Surat. It's globally dominant. They process a staggering percentage of the world's rough diamonds there.
Diamonds, really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, Surat is huge for diamonds. And then you've got the textile industry, especially around Ahmedabad. That's historic too, but still massive. Plus, with that long coastline, major ports like Mundra and Kandla are vital gateways for trade.
So it all connects energy, manufacturing, logistics.
Exactly. It's a sort of self-reinforcing system. And here's something perhaps surprising the dairy industry. Amul, the big cooperative.
Of course, Amul.
It started right there in Anand, Gujarat, built on this cooperative model that really empowered local farmers. It's an iconic Indian brand.
That's fascinating how all these different sectors thrive. Now, for visitors, the source points to some landmarks. Gir National Park, for one. The only place for Asiatic lions.
That's right, the last wild population in the world. A huge conservation success story, really. And then you can't talk about landmarks without mentioning the Statue of Unity.
Ah, yes, the enormous statue.
Enormous is right, 182 meters tall. It's Sardar Patel, currently the world's tallest statue. Quite a statement.
Definitely makes a statement. And the state has produced some very prominent figures, too, people who shaped India.
Indeed. Mahatma Gandhi was born in Porbandar. Sardar Patel, the Iron Man of India, he was from Bardoli, foundational figures. And also, Narendra Modi, the current Prime Minister of India, is from Vadnagar in Gujarat.
Right. Okay, and digging into some other interesting facts. The source mentions that Gujarat is a dry state. Alcohol prohibition, how does that fit in?
That's a really distinctive policy. It connects, in some ways, back to Gandhian principles. Remember the Dandi March, the Salt March against the British tax?
Yeah.
That started from Sabarmati Ashram in Gujarat, a defining moment of nonviolent resistance led by Gandhi.
Ah, I see the connection.
So that legacy of, let's say, certain social and moral values influenced by Gandhi is reflected in policies like prohibition. It definitely sets Gujarat apart, just like its leadership in things like solar and wind energy projects now. It shows that pioneering side, too.
What an incredible range we've covered. Ancient history, the unique Rann, lions and Gir, massive industry, iconic figures, and these distinct social policies. It really is a state of contrast.
It absolutely is. Which leads you to think, doesn't it? You have this place so deeply rooted in thousands of years of history and tradition, yet how does it consistently emerge as such a leader in modern industry, in logistics, even in sustainable energy now? It seems to capture both India's ancient soul and its, well, future ambitions all at once, something to ponder.